Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. We're really excited you could join today. My name is Kristen Archibald, and I'm one of the account executives here at Presdo. Today, we're going to be presenting to you from our office in Mountain View, California, and we're very excited. Today's webinar topic will be on valuable tips on increasing your ROI on events. Our presenter today is our very own founder and CEO of Presdo, Eric Lee. Prior to creating Presdo, Eric was a co-founder of LinkedIn, where he helped LinkedIn achieve a user base now reaching more than 400 million business professionals around the world. He is leveraging those same principles and experience to advance the technology at Presdo for events. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Eric, and then at the end, we can go through and answer any questions that you have.
Thanks, Kristen. Welcome, everyone. And I'd like to speak about how you might be able to achieve 10x event ROI today. So just a brief introduction about our company before we begin. We have a product called Presdo Match, and it's a event app platform, and we bill ourselves as a LinkedIn for events. So it's a highly engaging event app that's designed to be a full event guide. And it's a really great way to facilitate relationships at your events. So we have things like automatic LinkedIn profiles, matchmaking, and meeting scheduling all built into the app itself. So the app is very easy to set up, and if you're interested for more information, please contact us through our website or talk to Kristen. Okay, so let's get started on the topic here. As an event organizer, your mission is to plan the perfect event. And what does that mean? So usually events break into two different types of events. There are corporate events as well as association type events. And on the corporate side, your goal as part of a company is to convert more prospects into your customers. And that's why you usually invite prospects to your event to have them learn more about the company. And if you're on the association side, your goal is to build up your association, to increase the attendance of to those events, and if you have memberships, to get more members to join and to retain them, keep them around, so that they continue to enjoy the benefits of your association. So we've all experienced this, the fishbowl syndrome. Networking is usually cited as either the #1 or #2 priority for people attending events, and yet networking itself relies on a lot today on serendipity. And so when people go to events, they spend a lot of money, either hundreds of dollars if you're an attendee, to thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands when you're sponsoring or exhibiting at an event. And so as a result, it's hard to measure ROI when you actually either put on an event or when you are attending an event. And so I want to relay a story of how a company here in Silicon Valley approached their events. And came from a story by the founder and CEO of Salesforce himself, Mark Benioff. Interestingly, he talked about how he was able to get to 10x ROI for his events by leveraging networking at his events. And it's quite an interesting story, and that's what I want to share with you today. So the story actually was written in his book that he published a few years ago called Behind the Cloud. And I definitely recommend this book because it's got a lot of great stories about how Salesforce was very successful in marketing their company and turning their startup when they began many years ago to one of the most successful companies in Silicon Valley today. And the book itself has just really great stories and really great lessons about how to effectively do marketing and sales. And it's something that we all can learn from by reading the book. One of the things that I realized was that Mark Benioff and Salesforce, they are really believers in events, and so there are lots of great stories in there about events, and so I urge you to check it out. So the story goes first by talking about these city tours that Salesforce ran in the early days of the company. And they would go around, they would essentially be these road shows where they would go around to different cities in the country and talk about the new product that they had, Salesforce.com. Usually the format of these things would be that they would rent a hotel, either a 4 or 5 star hotel, put on a really nice presentation, and it would usually be Mark himself who would be doing these presentations because when the company was first starting, they had very few people, and Mark definitely represented the vision of the company. And what they realized early on was that if they invited both customers and prospects to the same event, they could get a pretty interesting effect going where the customers would actually share stories about how they were using the product with the prospects. And they discovered that the attendees were there not really so much to hear the pitch that Mark would give, but they were actually there to hear the stories of how other customers were using Salesforce and seeing if those were applicable to their own scenarios. So this was a pretty key insight for Salesforce in the early days in learning about how they could leverage essentially networking, getting customers and prospects together, having them, talk with each other, and converting those prospects into customers. Now that became a very effective thing for them to do. And so what they did was, at each of these events, they would, after the presentation, they would have a networking mixer that allowed people, the audience and the attendees, to talk more with one another. And as the company grew, they continued these city tours, and of course, they were having so many of them that Mark Benioff himself could not do them himself any longer, and so they would follow basically the same format and invite executives and so forth from the company to give the same presentations about new features, about the benefits of the product, and so forth. Again, having a networking mixer at the end where they could mingle the customers and the prospects. And so that was working out well for them. And it was working out well to a point where they were having so many city tours that it was exceeding their marketing budget. And they were looking for ways for how they could continue to expand on the city tours and still maintain their costs. And that's when one of the key insights came to their company. When one of the East Coast salespeople, said to Mark that, maybe we should just get rid of the presentations. Maybe we don't need the content, and we should just have the mixer and let customers talk to non-customers and see what happens. And so the management of the company thought that was a pretty intriguing idea. They always thought that they were pretty innovative, and so they decided to give it a try. And so instead of the presentation format followed by a mixer, all they did was put on a mixer, and they would do this at a bar, and they would invite the same types of people, customers and prospects, and just mix it up with no presentation by a company representative whatsoever. And to their surprise and delight, what they found was that the bill for the event was almost 1/10 of the standard city tour. They didn't have to set up, for the presentations, but the net effect was the same. They were able to convert the same amount of customers at 1/10 the cost. And the key insight that they had there was that customers were able to learn from each other, and the prospects were usually convinced, not so much by the presentations from the company, but by other customers using the product. And so this was an important, insight, for them, and allowed them to essentially get, 10x the ROI from their event in terms of, cost and so forth by and having the same, effect on converting their customers. So it was a very interesting conclusion, and I think all of us who are in the industry can gain a lot by looking at how we can apply some of these same principles to our own events to get more ROI from those events. So here are some ideas for how to do that. The first thing is again to look at the mix of your attendee base and to invite a diverse audience to your event. So if you're in the corporate meeting space, you want to take a look at how you can invite customers and prospects to the same event and let them talk with each other. And if you're in the association space, you want to have members and non-members at the same event so that they can mingle as well. And that really speaks to the power of advocates and people who will talk positively about their experiences with you. And that's a very important effect that you want to have at your events. Another way is to amplify the advocates who are at your events. So if you do choose to have a content portion of your event, you can invite your advocates to speak to the audience and share their personal experiences with the audience. Now, sometimes that could be a little bit risky because you're not completely scripting the advocates, and they could say both positive things as well as negative things, and you have to in some ways be comfortable with that. Most advocates are very happy to be invited and honored to speak on your behalf, and so even when there are things about what you're doing that may not have gone so well, they'll offer it as constructive feedback as opposed to negative comments. So be prepared for that, and let the truth come out, which some ways is more powerful than a advertising pitch from a company representative. Thirdly, when you plan your events, set aside some time for networking activities. It can be any range done in a range of ways. It could be networking over the entire course of the event. You could set aside some time, maybe 20 minutes to 2 hours on every day to allow networking to happen. And there are a number of different ways that networking can happen at your events. So one way is speed networking, where people have a chance to talk to others for a set number of time and then go on to talking to another person. The format has been very popular in recent years, where buyers are invited to come on a complimentary basis, and sponsors and exhibitors are paying their way in return for having meetings. And then more recently, there's been this brain dating type of concept where people are matched based on shared topic interests, and they can get together as well. So that's essentially very similar to earlier types of formats for networking, and but you can leverage any of those techniques as you wish. And then finally, for those of us who are interested in technology, there are definitely tools such as ours that are helpful to facilitate this. As your events are getting bigger, technology tools are often quite useful for people to find one another, and even for small events where maybe people are not comfortable networking with one another. They might prefer to use technology to first create those relationships. Technology tools are useful, and this is particularly true for millennials who are very comfortable with technology. So consider using technology where it's helpful for you as well. So that's pretty much what our presentation is for today. So thank you very much, and we're always inviting questions, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. I'm going to send everyone that's attended a thank you email today, and you can just reply to that at Kristen@presdo.com, and I'll get all of your questions over to Eric, and we'd love to talk with you more. And we just want to remind everyone that our webinars are ongoing every week. We will continue to have specialized presenters and topics such as this, but every Friday, usually around 11 a.m. Pacific, we will also be giving a 20-minute demonstration on all of Presdo's latest and greatest features. So whether you've been a long-term client of Presdo for years or just checking out Presdo for the first time, it's really a good webinar to stay in the loop about what we have to offer. So thank you everyone again, and we hope you have a great weekend. Thank you.
I hope that worked.
That sounded good.
Cool.
Okay, so that's good. So now, I'm guessing Kristen can just turn that into a YouTube. She knows how to do that.
Yeah, she's not on Slack, so
Okay. And then,
I gotta record my 3-minute video.
okay, all right. I'm gonna run over to specialties. Did you order something?
I'm gonna order now.
Okay,
Yes.
no, I can pick. They're probably already gone.
Is that Kristen?
Mm-hmm. Kristen?
Yes.
Hey. Okay, I thought that
Well,
was.
I wish I would have said that at the beginning of the questions, but I literally was reading my usual script and I just like got carried away and then I couldn't correct myself.
That's okay.
That's cool.
No, it's gonna
That's
pay
fine.
attention.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, it's
fine.
totally fine. So hopefully you can like edit the ends, right? The beginning and the end to make it a clean clean presentation or clean recording.
Yeah.
Is that right?
What do you mean? Did something happen bad?
No. I was just wondering if when you ended it,
Like if there's
more like when you ended it, really.
like is there a delay
Yeah.
on the start? Like is there all this silence while we were getting started? And is there a bunch of silence at the end when we finish?
Right, like all the
I
clicks
will
and
watch it to make sure, but I would hope not because I hit. Well, we'll find it.
Okay.
It might be at the end. I might be able to edit the end, but
Okay.
I hit record and started speaking immediately.
Okay, great.
great.
Like it wasn't recording. So it says right now it's going to email me when it says it's saving and it will email me when it's able to download.
Okay. And then Kristen, do you know how to take that and make it a YouTube video?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So we have a like a channel or something like that. So maybe before you upload it, just let me know and I'll send you how to do that, and we can tag all the Presto videos together on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So is it through, yeah, if you could send me that so I can check it out, because is it through our Presdo Google? It's probably linked to our Presdo Google, right?
No, I mean it's just on. Yeah, I don't actually know. Actually, I don't know. So I just have to dig through it, but I
Okay,
will.
cool.
Yeah, I will.
And then I can upload it and like before we publish it, we can preview it.
Okay, awesome.
Cool.
Okay, thank you, Kristen.
Yeah, thanks, Kristen.
And then we can like on the good thing about the YouTube videos is we can add every kind of tag we want, so it'll come up in searches and stuff like that.
That sounds great.
Cool. All right.
Thank you.
I will message you when it's ready to be uploaded.
Sounds good.
Is that gonna? I guess that'll be later today, I guess.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay,
Thanks.
awesome. Thank you, Kristen.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, hey, Kristen.
Yes.
Hey, will you send me a, I don't know how hard it is to, can you download the Excel spreadsheet for IMAX again and send it to
Yeah,
me?
the newest one.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Well, I don't have quite $10 today for my cookie. Oh well, it's all right.
What?
It's probably it's probably better that I don't eat so much.
You have to have a cookie's $10?
No, I mean I get a free cookie if I can order $10.
Huh.
I've
Well, I
ordered.
will tell you what, if I order $10, I'll get the cookie. I'm
We should have
looking at
ordered together, and then we would for sure.
I know I might be doing it. I mean, I just saw that it sounded so good, grilled cheese and tomato soup.
That does
Yes.
sound good.
It's like that will be $10 for sure over there. I need to look that up. Okay, send invitation. Okay, now. See if he's in. Okay. All right.
Who's this? Are you expecting something?
What was that?
Are you expecting something?
Am I expecting something? No.
Oh,
I'm linking in with all these people.
no, that's good.
Yeah.
You mean from IMAX?
Yeah. I just want
Yeah.
I want to introduce myself.
We'll try to that EEG thing could be interesting. It seems like I've heard like 2 events now that are going through them.
Yeah.
So maybe
So
if we
thanks for
can
that backgrounder.
cultivate a
Uh-huh.
I wanted to Carly is a woman who I've been working with at MPI, and I've
Oh, that's it. Enterprise Events Group,
Yeah,
EEG.
that's
Okay,
right.
there we go.
So I wanted to see if I could talk to her about getting to the marketing people.
And is she with Autodesk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And she knows everyone.
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, everyone, Lucy and Susan. I mean,
Okay. All right.
she runs in the same.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let me
Well, I would appreciate if you pick up the lunch.
I
when you
will.
want.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you
go
so
there in
much.
just a second.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, where's my